of people make jokes about poetry, but it's a strange thing that in times of crisis or celebration, weddings, funerals, births, christenings, people always want a poem. They turn to poetry, and poetry, in a way, is one of the oldest sort of forms of not entertainment, forms for information exchange that there is. And people have this regard for poetry, even though they might not like the modern stuff. It doesn't make much sense. Anyway, so feature poetry, and this is a poem written about this area. Actually, it's written about. It's called the Nith Stone. We have that beautiful 1,200-year-old monument just beside Nith Bridge, which is left in the field to unnoticed, unmarked, but it's an extremely precious ancient artifact. And every time I cross Nith Bridge to come to Penpont, it's like going into an island, really. Across the Nith with the scar on the other side and so on. So I wrote this poem called Nith Stone, which is basically about this area. Leave the world between bridges, the narrow one across the Nith with its sentry box, and the old crossing at Scar, squatting on its Roman haunch. There's a shaded cup of fields between the bridges, moss and trees darkened on every side by hills. The royal home is here, where Bruce camped on his way to heaven via Whitthorn, and Penpont, still scratched on maps after 700 years, Penpont, an island, and the Nith Stone, totem of this pagan space. Rain has swept the dogma from its sides, and smoothed a plumb it stares from a bright clasp of weeds, sizing up visitors and their burdens, daring them to stay for a night here in the blaze between the bridges, below our thin, bright slice of moon.